champion, Jean-Paul Gaultier LMM, but that's only for this tournament. So it's like every tournament there's like a new one.
So what was Winston-Salem? Prada?
Winston-Salem was Why I Sell Myself.
Keizu?
Keizu was Prada. Prada Luna Ocean.
What's gonna be West Point?
And Orange Bowl was Agua de Gio.
Really?
Yeah, Agua de Gio.
Out. Game and second set, Kennedy. 6 games to love. 1 set all.
Guys, have you ever seen someone set 6-0 and beat out Frankie?
Me?
Hi, sweetie.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a really great match. You know, tough 3-setter. Never easy to go 3 sets, and never easy to play a first round. You know, with the nerves, and especially playing in a challenger. As a young kid, it's never easy, and you know, I think I did a good job of kind of managing the conditions. It was a little windy today, and the guy was a tall and big, strong player, so it was tough to like kind of manage a serve in this condition. But I think I did a good job returning, you know, kind of pushing him back deep and not really getting him opportunities to attack. See what I can do. To be honest, I was expecting to go 3 in that moment, but you know, I pushed it another hour instead of 30 minutes, and I think that kind of pushed me over to the edge today, and I really tired his legs out, and was able to jump on him early in the third and kind of kept my momentum. So really happy with how I competed and battled, and yeah, on to the quarters.
Look forward to
Let's
congrats.
go. Let's go.
Can you go?
Appreciate it.
You're gonna totally fade us by the third.
Yeah. It was definitely faded. I like that. But yeah, I mean, Mario and Greg were just telling me that he's like really tired. He's punching over. He's breathing heavy. So I kind of used that as an advantage and kind of gave me a little confidence. I think it kind of got me a little bit more relaxed and let me play a little bit more freely. You know, again, without them, I don't think I would be able to play like how I did in that third set. But, you know, just a big thanks to my team. This is why tennis, you play individually, but it really is just a team sport. So it's really awesome. Happy to get through.
Yeah, it's like... Bro, it's like Winston-Salem if you take this thing off and then you're like
It's a
standing
little
on the
lower
top
than
of the bleacher.
It's a little lower than Arthur Ashe.
You're hungry?
I just want an iced tea. I'm tired.
How are you always tired? You slept until 10.
Snapping, gym.
You did mobility.
I think it's more tiring that I woke up at 10. If I woke up at 8, I would have been less tired.
He didn't practice a second time and did mobility in the gym.
He's like, look at my pump.
I did some. No, I had to do a couple calf raises, couple pull-ups.
Let's just
you know? Stability.
Bosu ball. Stop talking.
Jack Kennedy to serve.
Okay. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Feeling relieved. What a match that was. A lot of up and downs, tough conditions, tough battle. Played really well, I thought. Maybe I know at the beginning kind of took a bit for me to kind of settle in with the nerves. I thought you might have maybe settled in a little bit quicker than I did. But I think as I settled in and kind of got used to the conditions, as I was saying before, one side was really windy with the wind on your back and helping you. So it's easier to kind of dictate points and kind of be in control of those rallies. Because on the other side, it's tough to kind of push the guy back with the wind in your face. You really have to swing hard. But
What would you say was your high, low, and low?
I would say the high is when 5-4 in the first. After I broke, I think I got really high going into the end of the first, and then going into the second, I had a lot of momentum, good confidence playing. I think the low was mid-second and beginning of the first. I thought, wasn't playing bad, I just thought the guy was playing a little bit better, playing a little smarter, and yeah, I had to adjust my game a little bit, not my game, but my strategy a little bit, but I'm just happy with how I kind of maintained my level throughout the whole match. I think I was, not pressing the panic button, as we say, and not really stressing out. I knew that, the guy himself is also going to have highs and lows. That's kind of the part of the game that we play. Guys are going to have momentum, and then, they're going to lose it here and there. And if they don't, too good. But, you kind of have to remind yourself that, no one's going to really be perfect. You're going to get your opportunities. The term that we say is weather the storm. So I think I did a good job today of doing that. And then when I had my chances, I took them. And just play with good confidence. And as Ali just told me, actually pretty courageous. So I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I was super impressed with your setting
Thank you.
versus like Nishikori. It seemed like you were able to keep your head a lot better on this.
Yeah, I mean, comparing it to Nishikori is a little tough because there's a lot more nerves. Playing a guy who's, as we said before, a legend these past 10, 15 years, so it's a little bit different pressure going into this match, but really happy with how I handled everything. Big stage, playing in front of a beautiful crowd, you know, just kind of enjoying the moment and not letting it get away from me. So really happy. I'm happy to get through this one.
All right, that's it. Jack Kennedy gets the dub against Nick Hart, and he's moving into the semifinals now. He has back-to-back semifinals in his last 2 tournaments. So, man, amazing playing from the 17-year-old. Let's keep it moving. Let's go, Jack.
Come on, baby.
I've been seeing a lot of UVA gear too.
I've been seeing a lot, and Huntington, where I'm from. A lot from my hometown as well.
Mention that.
Kind of surreal. First final in a challenger at 17, which is pretty crazy to say. Very few lists of people that can say that. I am super happy with how I'm playing, how I'm competing out there, how I'm handling the moment. I think with the help of my team and even the fans have helped me push through today. Really had them behind my back. And yeah, I mean, really happy with how I played against a great opponent. You know, he's 20 years old. He's going to have a bright future and many more chances to win challengers and climb up in the ATP rankings. So yeah, this was a tough battle, tough mental battle. You know, I obviously felt the nerves a little bit in the beginning. You know, it's tough to not think about a semifinal and a challenger, and you know, us getting a chance to play a spot in the final. You know, it's just really cool opportunity to be in this position, and you know, I'm super happy and looking forward to tomorrow.
What would you say was the high and low of the match?
You know, I thought kind of similar to the other matches, you know, kind of went up a little bit, had some good momentum, went up a break in the set, and then, you know, kind of got a little passive, got a little bit too much into the moment. You know, I kind of saw the finish line towards the end, and you know, we're human. You know, you're gonna think about that kind of stuff, and you know, impossible to not think about that. But you know, whoever can handle those moments the best and can, you know, relax in that moment, usually comes out on top. And I think today I did a good job kind of catching myself and, you know, taking my time and taking deep breaths, as that's Greg's new favorite word. And, you know, really just stuck to my game, trust my game. I hit probably 6 drop shots in that last game. The first two or three didn't work out, but you know, I stuck to it, and you know, I finished the match with a drop shot. So I think that's just a message I kind of want to send to everyone, that you can't be afraid of, you know, missing in those opportunities. You know, you have to stay true to your game, stay true to what works, and you know, when push comes to shove, it's going to work out. So yeah, I'm super happy with how I did that.
What surprised you most about Feldbach?
I thought he had a really good game plan. For me, he used his backhand line down the line really well. I think he did some scouting on me, and he knows that I like to look for my inside out and run around the backhand. So you know, that leaves space open to go down the line. It doesn't have to be right on the line. He hit it like really smart, like 3/4 from the line and with good margin. So I think he did really well with that, and then, you know, did a really good job getting it up high to my backhand. I think that was also part of his game plan, but I think I did a good job once again to, you know, trust my game and kind of, you know, make adjustments throughout the match. And, you know, I kind of, you know, just wore him down little by little, and at the end he kind of faded away a little bit and started missing some shots that he didn't miss in the beginning, and, you know, that kind of just showed me that he was getting a little bit tired, he was getting a little fatigued, and, you know, if I just stayed disciplined and made him play a little bit longer, then, you know, he would kind of fade away. So yeah.
Yeah, I heard you come over to Greg and ask like what to do when he's coming in high. On the
Yeah.
backhand like that.
Yeah, there was a period of time, you know, I think I was just getting a little bit too anxious in that moment. You know, he kind of put some good games together, and I think he, you know, was just playing his smart game plan, and, you know, for 1 or 2 games I didn't really know how to counter it. You know, I was just asking my team like what to do, and, you know, my team was kind of like, you know, just make him play, but, you know, it's 5-4 in the first set, no need to panic right now. And you've been outplaying him the whole match, so they were just like, he put it together a couple of good games, and, you know, he's not going to keep up his level. So thanks to my team for reminding me and keeping me a bit calmer in that situation, and yeah, that kind of what happened was, you know, I just played my game, made him play a little bit, and he started to fade. So
Yeah.
and I love playing here. They're amazing people, amazing crowds, and yeah, I don't know a better place that, you know, I could have done this tournament at. So really grateful to be here in this situation, and in this. Yeah,
Nice and easy, nice and
go.
slow.
Yeah, this is not the time, right?
Yeah.
You do a lot of drop shots.
I think that's going to be a big part of his game plan, is to just took you a little bit to figure out like what to do off of it.
Last one.
Coming to the week, I didn't know what to expect. I pulled out last week, had a minor injury. In first round, I played a young American, 16-year-old, and it was a really tough battle. I was cramping at the end. And after that match, I didn't know what to expect at the end, but the last 4 matches, I raised my level each match. It was definitely a tough week physically, as it always is on the play, but super happy that I was able to get through this one quite comfortably today.
And then talk to me about playing Jack. A lot of people look at him as an upcoming star. What was it like playing him, and what did he hold?
There's a lot of unknowns coming into this match. He's obviously has a lot of confidence right now. He won a 15K 2 weeks ago, first challenger final. He's riding the wave. I remember how that felt when I was doing that as well. But I knew that if I could play aggressive, play my game, I would have good chances. But obviously, he hits the ball very hard in the forehand. He returns very well, and he competes hard. So I think those attributes will take him a long way. I just want to slowly climb back up and we'll get back into the top 100, but this week's definitely a huge piece of confidence for me. I really enjoyed this week, one of the best weeks of my career, of my life so far, and Savannah will always be special.
What an amazing week. Words can't really describe it. Had 3 great weeks. My first challenger final this year, or for this one, in Savannah, and what a great place to do it. The fans were beautiful and very supportive, and all the sponsors and everyone who made this tournament possible were very supportive. So I'm really happy with this week. Going into it, I didn't really think finals was gonna be, I wouldn't say possible, but wasn't in the mind. So for us to be in this position as a 17-year-old is pretty crazy. Super happy with how I played and competed this week, and looking to build off of this and keep it going. Just saw a thing saying I'm the first one to make a challenger final for 2008, so my age group. So it's really special. That's a very few selection that can say that they made a challenger final at 17 years old. It's really cool and really special, but it also gives me a lot of confidence moving forward, knowing that I have the game and I have what it takes to be at this level, and hopefully I got a couple of tournaments coming up in Europe, so looking to keep building off of this tournament and bring it over there, and looking forward to what's next. Also, a big thanks to my team and my fitness staff that has helped me, and without them, I wouldn't be walking right now. So big thanks to them.
Got to appreciate the run Jack's on and the support he's getting, and the way people are recognizing him out here. He's making fans, and such a productive week. And I think today's match is going to be the best learning experience for Jack. Nishesh does some things really, really well that Jack felt how good they were, and something for him to kind of come back to the practice court and add to his game that I think will really help Jack long-term at the highest level.
Yeah, it's interesting seeing him start up, on the break.
Yeah, got up a break twice and couldn't really convert. I think both of those guys, Nishesh started a little tighter, and Jack was a little looser, and then that kind of flipped around, and once Nishesh settled in, he just played way too well. Yeah. It was 3-all, right, and then Nishesh won last night. I think it was just Nishesh too good. The level, Jack's fitness, physicality, he looked okay. I think Nishesh started coming up with shots that Jack didn't have an answer for.
Yeah.
How are you feeling? Feeling it's tough losing in a final, but ready for Europe, and then Europe we go back out there again. So looking forward to that, but happy with how these past 3 weeks have gone.
All right, and that is a wrap on the Savannah Challenger. What an awesome experience. Nishesh Basavareddy with the win. Yeah, what a week. I hope you all enjoyed the videos. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this with another tennis friend. I really appreciate y'all and the recent love and support. So thank y'all so much. Peace.
I just want people to see kind of who I am, and just kind of like me for me in a way. But it's just, as I said, a really cool opportunity and just really special.